What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed, the series where I cover all of the jumps, spots, and lines of sight that I know of on every map in Advanced Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be kicking off the Supremacy DLC with the map Compound. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's kick it off with some of the really simple lines of sight. This map is quite simple, so a lot of the lines of sight are relatively obvious. But at the end of the video, make sure you stick around. I'm going to be showing you something really cool with these little frag porthole kind of things. We're going to be going over all of the ones on the map and what exactly they do. So let's start it off right over by this little A thing right here. Right up here, if you come up like that, you get a nice line of sight towards this area if people are coming from that direction. Or an alternative is to come up behind on this concrete right over here, and you can pick people off as they come through there. I know a lot of these spots are going to seem really campy, but I'm also showing these to you so that you can see both sides of it, so that you can know where to look for the people that are camping out. So a really popular area for people to sit also is right in here in this yellow building, and they'll just sit kind of behind this and they'll look over that way. This is kind of a difficult one to do because they'll have to be pretty clueless over there, and you're more or less better off just kind of like jumping around the corner and spraying them dead. But I just wanted to show this little line of sight. If you jump up on top of this this target's head, there you go. Get a really nice line of sight over that. This you cannot shoot through at all. Your bullets don't go through this, so it is really cool if you can jump up here and pick them off there. But like I said, maybe not the most practical thing in the world. And just the reverse to that is jumping on top of this target's head right here, and you can watch this doorway right here. So also, if you're coming in this doorway, just be aware of the people that might be set up right here. Now, right over here on this A bridge, apparently there's a hardpoint location right in that area. I haven't played hardpoint on this map, but the one boom told me this is a hardpoint location, so I'm going to trust him with that. And a great way to challenge people that are over there from here is to pick them off through this crack right here. You might also want to watch a flank in a different game mode or something like that, but this crack works great for that. It's easy, really easy to pick people off through there. Now, a lot of the times on this map, pretty much any game mode, especially like uplink and things, you're going to have a battle from people that are standing where I'm standing right now, across to the people in the yellow building over there. And this battle is going to be going on the entire match, pretty much every game. There's almost always somebody sitting either here or over there, and they're trying to battle each other across the way. A great way to have an advantage in that gunfight, because it's a fair gunfight if you're just standing where I was standing earlier, is if you jump up on top of this target's head, and you kind of edge your way down a little bit. You can kind of edge your way up and down like this, and I'm crouched right now. You get a nice line of sight over this, and again, you cannot shoot through this at all. So all they're going to see is the tip of your head, and you're going to be able to see pretty much their entire body. You can also see this middle area right here where the uplink ball or satellite is dropped when it first spawns in. So this is a great line of sight to counter those people. Now over in this green room right here with the big C on it, there's a hardpoint location in here as well. And this is more of a spot that I really want you guys to be aware of. People will jump up here and crouch behind this target, and they'll just pick you off as they come around that corner. Now, that's great. If you know they're there, you think it'd be really easy to pick them off, but one thing you really have to be aware of is you cannot shoot through this target. It will block all of your bullet damage. And it's actually surprising how much of that target covers their body. So really be aware when coming around this corner, aim a little bit higher, and try to get on target. Make sure you're not shooting at that target right there. Now getting back over to this corner over here where this hardpoint location is, this is a great line of sight to pick people off if you're trying to challenge people that are over there. Let's just say they're set up really well on that hardpoint. You can just jump up here, edge your way over. I know you can't see the whole thing right there, but you can actually see their upper body and their head just by looking like this. So it's really great for picking people off that are just set up on that hardpoint. And another thing I wanted to point out is this piece of wood here, you can very easily spray through, as you would expect with a piece of wood. So if they are on that hardpoint location, just spray through here, you'll get the kills, no problem. And a very similar line of sight, it doesn't work quite as well, is to jump up on top of this cinder block here. You got to back off a little bit. And you can just see the tips of their heads here, if anything, or you can try and go for like a jump shot like that, but it's not nearly as good as the other side. Now, one last line of sight that I feel is definitely worth mentioning. It's quite obvious to most, but a lot of people aren't really looking for this. So I just wanted to point this out. This is one that I use all the time in game, is right here. Those guys over in that red building are almost always focused on the guys over in the yellow building over here, and they just won't expect you to be coming around like this. If you have an assault rifle or a sniper rifle, you can often just pick off a really easy kill over there, and they'll have no idea what hit them. So I really wanted to point this out. Alright guys, so now let's have a look at these little areas right here where it'll say frag on one side and it'll say boom on the other side. So what this means essentially is that it should work if you launch a frag through that hole on the frag side, it'll come in and explode on this side. So that one's pretty straightforward. The people always like to camp in this building here. So if you were to launch a frag grenade through that porthole from this side, it's going to land right inside that building and kill them. But I have a little bit of an alternative as well. It's a little bit easier. You can actually just jump up and shoot them through this. It's pretty handy to know. You can jump up, you can see through that entire area, or you can jump up and just shoot your frag through. But it's nice to know that that is there. A really cool one, this is my favorite one on this. Frag on this side, boom on this side. So this is a hard point location like I said earlier, and a lot of times they'll like to camp in this corner. So if you launch a frag through that area up there, you have to let the frag off very quickly though, so it has time to roll. It will land right at this point here. It kind of rolls down this area really slowly, so like I said, you have to get that frag off really quickly. You can't cook it at all. And yeah, it'll land right here and blow them up. But even better is actually the reverse. So if you shoot it through the boom side, it comes out the frag side, and guess where it lands? Like right here. So anybody that's camping behind this or trying to capture the C flag from this area right here, which is a really popular capture point if they're looking in this direction. So if you just happen to sneak up behind them on here, if you aim right for that back wall there, and you just shoot your frag through there, it will bounce out, it'll land right there, and it'll blow him up. He'll have no idea what hit him. And that is just an awesome kill. It kind of reminds me of the hot tubs on the map Hijacked on Black Ops 2. I absolutely love it. Now the next one is way over on this part of the map, and again, this is a hard point location down here, and there's the boom side. This is where it comes from, and where it comes out, and it comes from the frag area right here. So if you shoot your frag through there, it'll come down, and it'll land right on this point here and blow anybody up that's right there. This one doesn't really work so well in reverse. It just doesn't work. So I wouldn't recommend trying to shoot it up through the boom thing and out the frag. It's not going to get you a kill. It might come out the other end, but it's just not likely to get a kill. Now, I wanted to point out there are a few other areas that say frag on them, but these ones are just basically outside of the map. So they don't really do anything for you. Like there's lots of little frag holes here, but there is one more frag thing that you can actually use in game, but I wouldn't really recommend it because it's kind of a tricky shot to hit and it's kind of pointless. You might as well just shoot your frags through this window right here instead of trying to shoot it up through this area. But hey, you might want to give it a shot. Launch your frags through that area. It'll land somewhere in this building. It might land over here, might land over there. It really depends on the angle that you shoot it at, and it'll explode somewhere in here. But like I said, you'd be better off just shooting it in here, banking it off this wall, and getting an easy kill. So that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of Maps Exposed. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the Supremacy DLC maps you'd like me to cover next. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.